Hey everybody, it's Christine Lease, your real food educator, and I am excited to be here today for a how-to Wednesday. And today is all about breakfast. It's actually my absolute favorite meal of the day is breakfast. Love, love, love breakfast. But I know for many of you, it's a bit of a struggle. It can be hard to get ideas, and you're sick of eating the same thing all the time. And really, to the end of the day, you don't want to make time to eat breakfast. But statistics have shown that really eating breakfast helps to boost that metabolism, and really, why not eat a lot of your calories in the beginning of the day? That way through the day you're burning them, and to be really honest, it starts, your brain gets those synergies going and your brain starts working, and it's just an overall awesome thing to do is to eat breakfast. So I'm going to back this up a tidge because I want to make sure you can actually see. There, that's a little bit better. Make sure you guys can actually see, so I'm not as close today. So today is one of my kids' favorites, and we do this a ton during the school year, but I thought let's just get it out for summertime too, all right? This is overnight oats. It's simple, it's easy, and actually my kids do it and help me make them, which, you know, it's a win-win when you can get your kids to do some of your work in the kitchen, right? Super easy. So I'm gonna start with, number one is a mason jar. Love mason jars. We use these for a lot of different things in my house. You guys have seen the salad dressing videos. You know I make my salad dressings in my mason jars. But, so we're gonna start with, these are, but this particular flavor, but you can mix it up, but this particular flavor is banana and peanut butter. That's what my kids love, so that's what we do, but you can definitely mix it up. Banana, all right, depending on the size, if it's a really big, huge honker, you can split them in two. I like mine a little bit more ripe. They're easier to mash up, all right? So I'm just gonna put this right in the mason jar, easy as that. Then I kind of put more of my other things to mush in. Now, what I'm gonna add actually is Greek yogurt, and this is kind of how I do things with some of these ingredients. A third, and a third. A third of a cup of a full fat yogurt. I use Greek yogurt because it's got more protein in it, and it kind of has that little bitterness to it. It doesn't have added sugar. That's a hugely big thing. Look at those labels, because a lot of yogurt has added sugar, and you don't want that. And then I do a third of a cup of oats, and I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, rolled oats. And then whatever your milk of choice is. You can use almond, you can use regular milk, coconut milk, whatever your yogurt of choice or milk of choice is. Excuse me, I can't even talk today. There's also some other kinds of yogurt. If you don't tolerate dairy, there are coconut yogurts out there on the market as well, okay, that you can use. So a third, a third, a third. And then the other things we're gonna put in are just kind of to taste, to be really honest with you. So let's get started, all right? So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna just put in my yogurt. Now, my thing with yogurt, you wanna get as much nutrients as possible. I have actually found a grass-fed yogurt at the store, and I love it. Love it, love it. So we use that for my kids. I am dairy-free. I don't tolerate it very well, so when I make it, I use my coconut yogurt that I just actually discovered. So I'm just gonna mash this. You're just taking a fork and you wanna mash that banana. And this is why having a riper banana is better because it won't take quite as much muscle. And this is so fun for the kids to do, to be really honest with you. They get to mash stuff and just really feel like they're part of the process. And so if you have a kid that's a little bit more picky, maybe they just don't like to eat breakfast, which, you know, hey, a lot of people are not super hungry in the morning, and I get it, but I really try and get my kid, I have one child that does not like to eat in the morning, but I get her to eat a little something just to kind of get things moving for her before she goes to school. Anyway, but this just really makes it super fun for kids to be involved in the kitchen, but making it fun, like just smush stuff and mash things, which, you know, most kids love to do. So, the next thing that I put in, and it's super simple, you guys, you're just dumping, is my oats. Now let me tell you a little bit about oats. I'm going to tell you about that here in a minute. The type of oats that I use are, and again, just whatever milk you choose to do. The type of oats. Do not use instant oats. I actually just use regular old-fashioned oats. The steel cut do not do well with the overnight oats that you're going to be putting, because you're going to put this in the fridge. It doesn't do well enough. It doesn't do very well. It tastes, it's too grainy. And so the next step, because that's the least processed, let me give you a little oat history here. Steel cut oats are literally the shaft of the oat just cut up. All right, so they are the least processed oat you're going to find. Just chop it up, put it in a bag, basically. And then you have rolled oats. There's even double rolled oats, which is even better, actually. Double rolled oats. And what that just means is that it's as minimally processed as possible. They've kind of cut them up a little bit more and rolled them. Now, quick cut, they're really chopped up, really, really small and very highly processed. Quick oats are, because they cook quick. These take a little bit longer to cook or soak or whatever. Okay, so I use either double rolled oats or just plain rolled oats. And what's so great is, depending on where you live, you can actually buy oats in bulk. That's what I do, because my husband eats it quite frequently as well. You can make it for cookie. I mean, you can use a lot of things with oats. And you can even make pancakes with oats. So many options with oats. But anyway, I'm kind of digressing a little bit. But you can buy it in bulk, and it's usually a little bit cheaper as well, which is great. All right, so this is just the liquid portion. You can kind of see it. So super simple. What I'm going to add now is a little bit of the sweet. Okay, what I add actually is some peanut butter. I try and get real peanut butter, and I am not a big measurer when it comes to this. I just kind of scoop and plop, but I do around a little bit bigger than a tablespoon probably, and I'm using my fingers. Love that. All right, peanut butter, and then either honey or maple syrup, your choice. I'm going to put honey in this one, but honestly, you can use maple syrup as well. Real maple syrup and raw honey. You guys know how I feel about that kind of stuff. Now this, again, I just kind of eyeball, but I don't put too much in because I don't need a ton of sweet. Maybe a tablespoon, guys, or even less. It really just depends on your taste, the taste that you like, okay? Now, to get a little extra nutrition, I am actually going to add flaxseed, and it's not much, you guys. It's really not. A little bit of flaxseed, and I'm actually going to also add some chia seeds as well, okay? These actually add protein into your meal here, and you know, if you have really picky kids, you might want to leave those out. They're completely optional, but they do add a little something to the mix. And you guys, that's literally it. All I do is just kind of mix it all up, put my thing down, and I put my lid on it, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I put these in the fridge. I actually have had mine last for up to a week. They'll get a little discolored from the banana, but not a big deal. Usually they don't last that long in my house, to be really honest. My kids eat them pretty quick. So overnight in the fridge, take them out. Add-ins that you can do, especially if you have a child that's a little bit more resistant to new things, you can put some mini chocolate chips. Make sure they're real whole chocolate chips, cocoa chocolate chips in there. You can also do blueberries, fresh fruit, all sorts of different choices, raspberries, whatever your kids might actually like. But usually, if you put even a little chocolate in there, they usually are good to go on that. So I'm hoping, connectivity wasn't very good. So this is such a great grab and go, and honestly, we eat these as an adult. And my kids, what they say, they taste like a smoothie by the time they're done. The oats just open up and soak overnight, and they're just it's so delicious and easy to eat on the go. So this is my how-to. I hope this has been informative for you. And if you have more how-tos that you want to hear about, if you want to hear more from me, and I would love ideas, because I'm here to serve you. If you like this, I actually have a newsletter that goes out once a month. If you go to the link, I'll post a link actually with my newsletter from this month, and you can sign on to be part of the Real Foods community. You get the cutting edge, that's kind of funny. You just get the latest information from me and from my kitchen, tips and tricks and lots of fun stuff that comes out every month. And I'm here to serve you. So I would always am open to ideas as to what you guys are looking to hear about from my kitchen. So I hope you guys have an amazing 4th of July. That's coming up this weekend. And again, I'll post a link to my newsletter and sign on up if you wish. And this month is actually all about summer sides and real food summer sides instead of all that junk that you get at picnics. Tend to be a little bit laden with processed foods. So these sides are absolutely amazing, and they really will fit in well with your 4th of July party. So you guys have a great weekend, and I look forward to talking to you soon.